Hi, in this demo we are going to demonstrate how our process-aware framework for model construction built in MPs can help to build complex models. The model that we are going to build in today is a model for requirements for cooling controller. As you know that the cooling controllers are essential parts of electronics nowadays and help to maintain in-board temperature for correct functioning of the electronics. So the project that we are going to work on, you can find it here at this particular URL. After cloning this project and loading this project in the MPS environment, you can see these projects. So in the process folder, you'll see that there's an instance, and in instance there's an let's say a model for flow states. This is essentially the part where the model is being defined. How can we how we are going to construct the model for cooling controllers. So these are the steps that are being predefined, and you can see that they're already been built for you. So this flow model is already being fed into dashboard. So I'm going to now instantiate a dashboard. So when instantiating a dashboard, you'll see that the dashboard comprises of visualization, which is a state chart like visualization, and you have states, and states are color encoded like orange for current state, white for to come, and then green, and so on. And also it comprises of a hint, a textual hint that will essentially tell the modeler what to do next. This same information that you are visualizing is a state flow, a state chart. You can view as a tabular view. Now let us start. So upon clicking the hint, you'll see that on your left hand side in a pan, you'll see there are models being created, and on your right hand side and the dashboard, you'll see that the states are moved from first state to the second state. So the green state is the state that has been visited, and also see that the text hint is being changed. Now it is asking the modeler to start working with the requirement. So bear in mind that the idea here is that we are going to start working with the textual requirement and start working with that, and with the which also has some threshold values for cooling controllers, and then progressively define it to more concrete, let's say in a function. So we start here in the requirement. So we start working with the controller requirement. Also you'll also see that there are some red markers that will guide the user to start filling in the model properties. So it is asking for a configuration, so let us just start doing the configuration information. Just fill in that configuration information, and we'll just populate that. So here, if we consult back, we are still in the state where it says empty require model, no glossary terms been defined. Now if we go and we start filling in the values, so here again these are just the properties of the model that needs to be filled in. So user, name, kind, and state that needs to be defined here. So we don't have user at the moment, so we go into the users directory and start populating it. Yeah, okay, so that is fine. I just name it, anything. I'm just putting it here, green. I'm just going to go ahead and put the user here, put the kind, and also what is new. It's fine now, it's green, no errors. So you can send back and you'll see that we have progressed to the next stage. So where it says required model is complete and glossary terms are not defined, so we have to start working with the textual requirement here, which is the textual part. So this is essentially a free flow part. You just for your convenience, we have already provided an example text for this demo, example requirement text that is there. So this text I'm just going to copy here and paste here in the textual part, and you'll see that what it essentially says that the cooling controller actually cools down the board, hardware board, by increasing or decreasing the fan unit speed, and essentially depends on whether the temperature is increasing and decreasing. There are terms there that you can put in. So these are the glossy terms. You can select the glossy terms. Here we already have some terms that needs to go into the glossary, so we are just putting it here. So these terms are now being gone into the glossary, and you can see that the glossary, you see that the terms that you have selected there are already there. So you can fill in those terms manually. You have that min value increase. I'm just going to go ahead and put some different values. Exactly, so I'm going to just fill in that values, and now if you consult the dashboard, here it says okay, so they create a cooling, since you have so you have defined requirements model completely, and glossary terms are also defined. It's asking its user to press the send, create the controllers. So you can press the send, and upon pressing that you will see that there's a table automatically been created where the controller behavior is going to be defined in tabular form. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to just fill in those values that we have. So you can, and also at the same time you'll see that those error markers can help you to and guide you to work out with those values. Now it's green, there's no error here, but if you consult it back, we are still there because min and max values are set, but functional behavior is still empty. For convenience and to save time, I already have some values that I can use from the pre-populated table, so I'm going to just go ahead and have that here. So here you'll see that everything is fine, but of course if you add incorrect values, you will still see that there are constraints behind that are violated, and then it only allows the user to put the correct values. Now if you see and consult the dashboard, you will see that we have progressed to the last state, and it's also saying in the textual hint that the controller behavior is completely defined. At the same time, you can apply the visualize graph hint to visualize the 2D behavior of the controller, just for the sake of manual analysis. Thank you very much, and